Hey guys, what's up? This is Nerd Boy's comic book blog. I'm Marco.
And I'm Andrea.
And today we'll be talking about Steven Universe Wanted, the newest Steven bomb.
You would expect 5 episodes out of this, wouldn't you?
Yeah, but we got 4. Well, technically 3.
3.
Yeah.
I need more!
Well, what do you expect? It's one night of Steven.
I expected more.
Yeah. So what are your initial thoughts on this one?
It's very dead serious.
Dead serious. I can doubly agree with that.
It's like mind-blowing. I don't know. Like half of the time I was like on the edge of my seat going like, oh no, and then going, oh my god, oh my god.
Yes. Do you just want to get into this starting with like an episode recap, or what do you want to do?
Yeah, sure, let's go.
Okay, starting with the first episode of the bomb, technically, even though we already talked about this one. Stuck Together.
It is Stuck Together.
Yeah, Stuck Together. Do you want to do it? Should I do it? Who talks first? You talk first? I talk first?
Okay, I'll go for it. Stuck Together, we already seen that episode, but it goes off with Steven going off with Topaz and
Aquamarine.
And they're all on the ship heading to Homeworld. And on their way to Homeworld, there apparently seems to be a problem going on with the engine. So we have Topaz, Steven, and now Lars, because apparently Lars got captured because he stayed within the ship and cowered away. So all 3 of them are now trying to look at the engine, but Topaz is ignoring them. So Steven and Lars have a big moment together where we find out Lars is actually just a big coward.
We've always known that.
Well, it's more like just public now.
Oh yeah, he's admitted now.
Yeah, he's admitting it, which is a big development for a character. That's when you know a character is developing from there, like progressing forward.
Yeah, he can now move forward. He's acknowledged that he's a chicken shit, so now he can become not a chicken shit.
And it's not just about Lars too. Like Steven is actually finally admitting that he is scared, which is something we've kind of already knew, but Steven never wanted to acknowledge it because he wanted to be, this is my destiny. This is what my mother left behind for me. I have to act brave for all my friends, for my family, for my gem friends and everything. But no, he is a 14-year-old kid. Like me as a 14-year-old person and having to deal with all that stuff, I'd lose my mind.
Yeah, but now as an adult, as a 24, 25-year-old, you can be like, yeah, whatever.
No, I'd still be like B from Bee and Puppy Cat and totally lose my marbles.
Yeah. But Topaz, she's really moved by this whole moment, and she's like, you know what? I'm gonna help you guys escape. Mm-hmm. And then Steven's like, well, I'm not gonna leave. I'm gonna face my punishment. I'm gonna own up to what my mom did. And Aquamarine kind of walks in on this, and it doesn't go very well with her.
It's like, wait, Aquamarine, you should have been there. They had a whole speech and everything.
It was beautiful, man. And they have a little scuffle, but then Aquamarine kind of talks Topaz down, and it's like, okay, we'll not speak of this. Just, you know.
Like, you two won't be separated, and I won't get demoted.
Yeah, we both win. But I feel like in the end, I don't think these 2 Topazes are going to see each other again.
I really hope so. That in the next Steven Bomb episodes, because I felt like that was left for us there to think about, like, wait, these 2 are gonna come back and help them. There's gonna be a challenge there, but there's gonna be a way out.
But then we haven't even seen the what was it, amethysts from the zoo yet. We haven't picked up with that.
Oh my god. Or the Jaspers.
Or the Jaspers.
That
or
one.
Centipede. There's so many, like, loose threads hanging still.
Wait, that Centipede got bubbled again.
Yeah, she did, but it's one of those.
What if there's another gem that's like a centipede and then like... Oh wait, no, I'm going too far here. Anyways, back onto what we were saying.
Do you want to move on to the next episode?
Which is...
The trial. So Steven, he's thrown into a cell, which is like a really weird infinite void.
And he's just like, hello, I did it! I'm here! This can't be everything! This can't be just the only punishment I get, solitude for the rest of my life.
Come
on,
man.
And then a door opens.
And Miles Edgeworth comes forward.
No, more like a gem called Zircon.
Yeah, same thing.
But it's a blue Zircon because there's 2 of them that show up in this. So
Yeah.
this one is Steven's
defense attorney.
Yes. So she's like trying to set up everything for him, but she's like, you look so guilty. Like all these files, I can't believe it.
That disguise just makes you look more guilty.
And she's like going through the files. It's like, oh, I can't believe that her own rose quartz killed her own diamond and everything.
Well, shattered. Ugh.
Which is the same as saying killed.
Yeah, it's basically the same.
I mean, we can already say that as a thing that's gonna happen in the next episode.
Yeah, death is very apparent.
Here. Anyway, so she's like trying to tell Steven, stop saying that you did it. It's like, when that door opens,
you're going on trial.
And the door opens.
Boom. And we have this big kind of, well, it's not really court. It's just Yellow Diamond and Blue Diamond standing or sitting in front of Steven, and they're like, hey.
I love how Blue Diamond just looks at Steven. He's like, I want to hear what he has to say. So because anything he thinks that we're gonna do, I want to make it worse.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, damn, brutal.
And then we have the other, what was it? What was that thing? Zircon. The green one?
Yes.
Green Zircon. Who's basically just like, look at this human. Rose Quartz rebelled against her own diamond for these loudmouth beings. And then, of course, you have Steven, who kind of gives like this speech of like, I'm Rose Quartz. I did it. I don't know how. I wasn't there. But maybe I did like this. I probably used the breaking point. Maybe it was like this.
Yellow Diamond was just like, guilty, just destroy him.
Yeah, just shatter him already. Like, we should have shattered him for looking like that.
And Blue Diamond is just like,
I want to know.
And when he's like, oh yeah, I did it with like this. Maybe I did some cool flips. Maybe she did this. It's like, and I defeated her with a breaking point. And then she's like, it was a sword!
And she makes all the other gems cry because I guess she has empathic abilities.
Which is pretty awesome.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, what I find strange is that she has to use her, like, overwhelming power to take over. But she didn't do that to Steven in the beginning. When Steven first met Blue Diamond.
It wasn't Steven, it was Greg.
No. Steven was crying before he met Blue Diamond.
Yeah.
He was seeing her in his dreams.
He was seeing through her eyes.
But he kept crying. But her power is like overwhelming when she uses it.
And it didn't really affect him too much. Not as much as like when he was looking through her eyes. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's interesting. At that point, why didn't it affect him? But it affected him before.
Good question.
Yeah. Different things going on there. I want to know. And then we go on to recess because Yellow Diamond and Blue Diamond's crying. Yellow Diamond's trying to calm her down. So we get like a 5-minute recess, which gives Steven's Zircon to figure out what is going on. So she basically asks Steven, how did you do it? And he's like, well, I don't actually know. He's like, how do you not know? Like, wait, if you don't know and they don't know, there's something missing here.
None of this makes any sense.
None of this makes sense. So, like, I have to figure it out. And she starts, like, kind of, like, contemplating things.
And putting the pieces together.
Yeah. And then we're back on trial.
Yep. Recess is over. And Blue Zircon, she goes up to Blue Diamond and is like, can I borrow your palanquin? I'm basically going to do, like, a run-through of what happened. Mm-hmm. They kind of go through a run-through of it. And then Blue Zircon gets carried away.
But she reveals something that's interesting.
Yes.
Because apparently Pink Diamond was still on Earth when Rose Quartz decided to betray her. So Rose Quartz had already betrayed her and left. And that's when all the Rose Quartz had already been bubbled up. Because we already had a betrayer among the Rose Quartz. Who knows if another Rose Quartz might do it. So all those Rose Quartz are already bubbled up. And Pink Diamond is sitting up on her throne, right? So we already know Rose Quartz is a threat. And
for hundreds of years.
For hundreds of years. And Pink Diamond, all diamonds have a pearl with them.
Yes.
And then that's what Zircon starts saying is like, what happened to all her agathys or her pearls? Like, wouldn't her pearl yell out if there is a rose quartz nearby?
Or her sapphires. The sapphires would have seen that.
Yeah, there should have been a premonition about it. Yep. Right? So she
had a whole entourage around her.
Yeah, she had everything. So what Zircon decides to say is it had to be somebody close, somebody she knew, somebody that could have lured her out of her seat and onto the floor in front of her. So it must have been one of you!
It had to be a diamond with authority who could walk on up there without being pestered, without being bothered, without being harassed, and who could cover it up after they killed Pink Diamond.
Yeah, and there's Blue Diamond gasping, and then Yellow Diamond looking down and glaring, and then Zircon just goes, or I take back what I said, and poof! Yellow Diamond decides to poof Zircon, and not just the lawyer for Steven, the green one too.
Oh yeah, so we got 2 poof Zircons, we got Lars and Steven kind of just like freaking out and running away on a blue Palanquin.
We got a Yellow Diamond and a Blue Diamond fighting each other because Blue Diamond doesn't understand what's going on with Yellow Diamond and telling her to calm her stuff down.
We got a possible civil war going on right now.
Oh my goodness, that'd be great. And after that though, we have Steven and Lars busting a hole in through the stadium, and then they're going off into floating around and then suddenly dropping, but we get a full view of Homeworld.
A nice little crazy, not too futuristic, but a little bit of futuristic city. Mm-hmm. Not too Blade Runner, but just, close enough. Yeah. And we do get a view of like a white diamond statue or maybe like a monument to her.
Like a statue or maybe a temple. I don't know. Who knows what that could be. But we didn't see a white diamond in the court, so...
We didn't.
There's something going on there. All right, and then that jumps us up to the next episode.
Off Colors, aka Steven meets the Morlocks.
So we have Steven and Lars crashing and then start running. These weird things pop up.
Yeah, these weird drone things start.
Little laser eyes going bzzz and scanning them. Doesn't scan Lars, but it scans Steven's gem.
Yeah, it can't detect Lars at all. There's no gem on Lars.
But so. I like how Lars just stands still. He's like, maybe if you stand still, it won't notice you. I saw it in a movie.
But it turns out that only works for dinosaurs. Also, they've been out here for days because they're hungry and thirsty, apparently. Mm-hmm. I guess it takes a long time to get to Homeworld. But they see this gem hand kind of crawling out of the ground. It's like, follow me, come down here. And it's actually the voice of Ashley Birch.
Which I didn't know. I recognized one side of Ashley Birch, and then I didn't recognize the other voice. I was just like, who's the other person voicing with Ashley Birch? Oh wait, it's just Ashley Birch.
Yep. And she's playing Rutile?
Yes, she is.
So Rutile basically, saves Steven and Lars from these roaming robots that are scanning gems. Mm-hmm. And you find out that Rutile is actually a conjoined twin gem, kind of. Mm-hmm. 2 gems that might have fused together in the kindergarten a little bit. They were cooking and forming together.
It kind of makes it look like a weird, sharp heart.
Yeah, kind of.
I don't know, but they're very sweet and nice.
Yeah, they are nice.
They have 2 separate torsos, 2 legs, and 2 arms. 1 arm for each side. Which was strange, because normally you would see 4 arms, right? But since it's just actually 1 gem.
Yeah, 1 gem. It's a little bit confusing.
It's not a forced gem, though.
It's not a fusion.
Not a forced fusion, and not a forced, stuck together, shattered gem.
Yeah, it's just a gem that kind of grew
together,
wrong.
I guess. Their story was before we get to their story, we have to actually meet the other ones, because Steven and Lars decide to run with Rutile and they find other ones.
Yes.
And that's where they start explaining their stories. Okay, so besides Rutile, we have Papracha, which is a long, confusing name, but also known as Peach Sapphire.
And she looks like Princess Peach and Daisy.
Yeah. And she's so cute. She's like a sapphire, except she predicts everything that already happened.
Yep.
Which is not useful at all in anybody's court.
I mean, it's useful if you want a comedic effect.
Right, I guess. Which it worked.
Yeah.
And then we have Rhodonite, which looks oddly like a rainbow quartz.
It looks like a weird pearl fusion with something else.
Yeah. And her story was that apparently they were fusing together behind somebody's back and they got caught and disposed of. Instead of shattered, which I'm surprised they didn't get shattered, because when Sapphire and Ruby got together and fused by accident, it was automatic. Shatter that ruby.
Oh, yeah.
But-
We'll shatter those two.
Well, I think it only said ruby.
Yeah, probably. I mean,
It's like, how
sapphires are
dare
important.
you fuse with somebody within my court? Shatter that ruby. Yeah.
And then the last one, fluoride, which is just a big 6-gem fusion that's like really... It's like the caterpillar from Alice in Wonderland.
Yes, I thought of that when I saw it. I was like, she should just say, "Who are you?" She talks really slowly.
And that's mostly due to like so many minds in one body.
But I like one line that she says. She's like, "I wouldn't mind a 7th one."
Oh, yeah.
If the right one came along. I was like, whoa. Speaking of a relationship, Road Knight, I liked how it sounded like they were like a happy relationship. Just like how Garnet is. Because they kept fusing on and off together. That was like something they enjoyed doing. And they decided to stick together, and that's why they were disposed of. Which was a cute story. And it looks like it's a pearl, and I don't understand what the other gem is.
Something like maybe an agate.
But it was a cute story, so I like that one. She's like, but it's not so impressive, not like Flore and the rest of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, after we get to meet all these new gems...
Oh, you forgot about Rutile, her story.
Oh, Rutile. Her story was when she popped out of the kindergarten, apparently all the other Rutiles decided to run away. So that's how they survived, because people run away from them in fear because they look strange.
Yeah, a lot like the Morlocks from X-Men.
And then I found it funny, like, how Lars was actually, like, sympathizing with her.
Yeah, it's like...
He's like, oh, like, they ran away from you because you look different? And they're like, yeah, it's like... He was just, like, baffled by it.
It's like, you don't look too weird to me. You're not freaks to me.
He's like, you saved us. You're pretty nice in my book.
Yeah, but then all of a sudden you have these giant drones that have finally caught on to them. And they're scanning all the gems, and you find out that Lars actually is immune to the scanners because he has no gem. Mm-hmm. So he's actually doing something. He's being brave, and he's being useful for once. The only time in the show he's useful.
After so many kick-ass moves, like whooping here, whooping that, breaking things, and he dies.
That's right, Lars is dead. No, just kidding. Lars is actually brought back to life because Steven cries on him.
If literally it ended like that, I would have flipped the table. I would have like, bah! No, I cannot handle this. Screw you, Rebecca Sugar. My love for you dies here.
That's only because you like Sadie, and Sadie likes Lars.
I like Lars because, I don't know, there's something about him, like, I can relate. Like, being an awkward person, trying to fit in with the cool kids. Yeah, I feel you, Lars. But Sadie's pretty cool, too. She's already a cool kid in my book.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, so Lars is not responding, and then we jump off to the next episode.
No, Lars is brought back.
Yeah, I know, but is he brought back at the end? Wait.
Yeah, he's brought back at the end of the episode, and then he actually turns pink, and then, what's her name?
Peach Sapphire.
Peach Sapphire, she's like, oh my goodness, something amazing is gonna happen to Lars.
No, and then, like, after he's, like, responding and everybody's, like, over it, she's like, I predict that Lars is gonna change in hue.
Yeah, and that was in the next episode, which is Lars's head.
Oh my god, it's just so funny. It's like, I predict he'll change in hue. He's like, over it. What's going on in this episode after, like, he's brought back?
We kind of just explore what this means for Lars. It's like he's pink like Lion, and his hair's also a portal to the weird dimension that Steven can go to inside Lion's mane.
So we find out Lars and Lion are connected.
Apparently, Rose Quartz brought Lion back to life at some point.
Yeah, but what I find interesting is that when Steven decides to poke his head right into Lars, he sees that there's a new island up, a new tree.
Yeah, there's a new hill and a new tree.
Yeah, there's a new hill on the tree and everything, and then he looks to one side, and then we see the
original one,
which is Rose Quartz tree.
Yeah.
I feel like there's a difference in the trees, like they're shaped differently.
They are shaped differently, yeah.
Which was like weird to me. I don't know, the other tree was a little bit more bare and had a different style to it, which was compared to Lars, it was like a full-grown, youthful tree.
Yeah. Like the lion tree looked a little like the branches were kind of different and stuff. It almost looked like a bonsai tree.
Yeah, and Steven decides to like go all the way to that one. He's like, oh, I recognize this, and then pop, he appears where Lion is, and Lion's like, what the? And Steven's just like, I'm back home. And he sees like this cup of water.
Yeah, you gotta drink some water.
Runs.
Gotta make a sandwich.
Drinks water, eats sandwiches. He's like, oh my god. He like packs up some stuff. He jumps back in Lion and pops out of Lars again.
He's trying to give Lars food because like the past 2 episodes they've been really hungry. And Steven also finds out that Lars has a really slow heartbeat now.
Yeah, it's like...
And he's not hungry, he's not tired, he's not thirsty.
And Steven wonders, like, are you gonna be just like Lion? You only want to eat magical lizards?
And at one point Lars asks, like, am I a zombie now? He's like, no, you're not a zombie. It's like, I'm a zombie. I'm undead. And yeah, Lars, you are undead. Technically a zombie. And the
but he
other
has a
gems are like,
slow
what's a zombie?
Heartbeat, though.
Yeah, that's true. So he's
not
undead.
a zombie. He's a vampire.
He's something. I'm gonna say undead.
Okay.
He's reanimated.
Okay. Anyways, he's cool now.
Yeah, he's useful too.
Hey.
This whole arc could be called Steven Universe Lars Becomes Useful.
Hey. I like Lars. He was kind of useful. And knowing you shouldn't become like Lars.
He was a cautionary tale, and now he's a, hey, you should be like this guy because he became cool.
Yeah. And I like Steven was like trying to convince all the gems, like, hey, let's go. And Lars is just like, how do I get in through my own hair? Steven's like trying to yank him in. He's like, wait, Steven, you're gonna dislocate my elbow.
Yeah.
So there's no way of getting Lars into his own hair.
Yeah, he can't teleport through the hair. I'm sure he can make portals if he just like...
Oh my goodness, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
Holy smokes.
But remember, Lion's portals can only go so far.
So does that mean he has to keep jumping portal?
Yeah.
Wait, but that would mean that he would eventually end up getting hungry.
Or tired, because Lion gets hungry and tired.
Oh my goodness. But I like how Steven is trying to convince everybody to go through Lars's head and everything, but they're like a little bit reluctant against it. Like they don't know what to do.
Yeah, it also is the first time they've heard that Earth is actually habitable.
Oh yeah,
and gems
like
are
what
there.
they remember was there was a war among Earth. Like they thought Earth was destroyed by now.
Yeah, they thought it was decimated.
Yeah, and Lars was like, no, it's great. You can be yourself there. There's a beautiful sunset where birds pass by. It's like, God, I took it for granted. You guys can go. Please, just go.
Yeah, but all the gems decide, all these Morlock gems, they decide to stay with Lars because they know the planet and they can keep him alive. They can survive with him, basically.
Yeah. So
even the little Peach Sapphire, she's like, no, we're not going without Lars.
Yeah, like
after
really,
everyone's already decided to stay.
Yeah. And then I don't know, there was like the one line that he says that just like, oh, it hit me right in the heart. I was like, oh, that's so beautiful. That Lars said this of all people. That he says, let me be somebody who deserved it.
He was brought back from the dead.
Yeah, and he's trying to make Steven like just go back home, like so they can get help. Like he will stay there and fight with these new gems that they made friends with. It was just so beautiful and sad at the same time. I don't know how to feel about it. It's like I've always liked Lars because I've liked Sadie. So if you like Sadie, you gotta like Lars.
Yeah,
but now I like Lars as an individual character. I'm like, you become awesome, dude.
Yeah, it only took one episode to make him cool. And he's even got a cool scar.
Yeah, it took 2 episodes.
Yeah, it took a Steven bomb to make him cool.
Yeah, this was a nice Steven bomb. It was exactly what I wanted.
Damn, full circle.
But yeah, it was great. Overall, it was great.
Oh, we forgot to mention, Steven does go home, by the way.
Oh, yeah. And Pearl mentioned something.
Yeah, she mentioned the dropship, which I'm sure it's either an artifact, like an old dropship that was left from the war.
Or maybe Peridot has another ship there that she just didn't mention before?
Maybe.
Or maybe an Aquamarine showed up? Or did they capture Aquamarine? Ugh, so many things. What if Topaz actually took over Aquamarine's little ship and decided to come back?
That doesn't seem like very plausible, but maybe.
Hey, did you think about Lars coming back to life?
No.
Exactly. Did you ever think there was going to be another way back home?
No.
Exactly. There's so much shit going on here because of Rebecca Sugar. God damn you, woman.
Do you want to just spend the rest of the time speculating a lot of stuff?
Oh, yes. I have a lot of theories because I'm a nerd. I like this show. Anyways, I don't know, like, so many things. Like, on, Stuck Together, there was something that Aquamarine said, which was...
The line's more or less, you fusions, you always get sentimental.
Oh, right. So, sentimental and fusions, that's like the biggest things that she said that were just given to us. And it made me start thinking, what if that relates to something that has already happened? We already know that fusions become sentimental. I mean, like, even the rubies, they protect each other.
Yeah.
Like, all 5 rubies were together. They're like a unit. If one goes down, they all go down. If one goes up, they all have to protect each other. Anyways, Garnet...
Oh, we forgot to mention, Eyeball is in the trial episode. It actually...
Oh, yeah!
Has a testimony against Steven.
It's like, he even said... He's like, I have Rose's shield. I have Rose's sword. But I healed you.
Who else heals gems? The villainous Rose Quartz.
I thought that was funny. It would have been funnier if they just did Navy. It's like,
Oh dear.
Oh dear, I don't like being in these situations.
Oh, I didn't think I'd see you again.
Oh, hi, Steven.
But we found out Navy's actually like a really despicable Ruby.
I don't know, she just wanted her ship. She seems like a very, I don't know.
But she played them like a fiddle.
Oh, she did. She did indeed. But anyways, back on to like my theory of...
You had a theory that Pink Diamond and Rose Quartz might have fused?
Yes. Well, not just Pink Diamond and Rose Quartz. My guess is like Pink Diamond already liked fusion. Maybe she thought it was like an interesting thing or an interesting experiment, and that's how Rose Quartz, like, I feel like Rose Quartz were like something that was close to a diamond as well. Just
yeah,
like
because...
a jasper.
Yeah.
A jasper or what was the other
like they're
one?
high ranking.
Yeah, they were like bodyguards. And Rose Quartz seems so overly powered. Don't you find it a little bit sketchy?
Yeah.
Like,
I actually have a thing I want to say after you're done.
Okay. My guess is that Pink Diamond just might have done something to Rose Quartz to make her so overly powered. Because I find it interesting that Pink Diamond has healing abilities. She has levitation. She has a shield. She has a sword. She has...
possession.
And she can bring back things to life that have portals inside, like a different realm inside of them. Isn't that just mind-blowing? Like, how is this character so unstoppable?
Yeah, if they're just a simple foot soldier.
Yeah, so wouldn't you believe that Pink Diamond, like, made her, like, kept progressing her, like, into something stronger and set her free?
Like she's a gem experiment?
I mean, what else would be the obsession with the gem experiment? Like, she is already, like, she made Steven.
See, I have another theory, which I'm sure is totally wrong, but I had this whole idea of like a Prince and Pauper situation where Pink Diamond and Rose Quartz switch places.
Yes, that's one I was thinking about too.
Yeah. It would explain why the Rose Quartz that we know was so overpowered with all these different abilities. She's practically like Superman. And they even mentioned that she's pretty strong.
Yeah.
Well, Steven is strong because of her.
Oh, yeah, I can see that. But how much energy would it take a Rose Quartz to, like, or any kind of gem to be a giant?
I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's a bunch of Rose Quartz fusions together.
Maybe, or like a whole army of different, like, because I find it interesting that a pearl didn't call out or anything like that. What if it was just like a giant fusion that got struck down by a diamond? I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. Who knows? But it's like, it's it's there. There's a huge question there. Like, what happened and why is Rose Quartz so damn strong?
Yeah.
What is going on there?
What's that? What does the temple look like? What does this mean? What does that mean? Is Lars ever going to come back? What's going to happen? Who knows? Find out in the next episode of Dragon Ball Z.
Wait, I have another question. And, well, another theory or question, more like it.
Yeah.
Like, what's going on with White Diamond? Why was she not at the court? Why is she not even mentioned or presented at all? Like, there's no
representative.
Yeah.
There's no Pearl there for her.
And why does it seem like Yellow Diamond is like being obsessive, possessive about everything?
Maybe she wants that power.
So I'm guessing like either the White Diamond is either a little bit ill, broken, or something that that Yellow Diamond is like starting to become overpowered. She's like, yes! I am the middle child. I now get what I want.
Yeah, like you have Pink Diamond, who's the youngest. Now she's gone. White Diamond probably being the oldest. If White Diamond is incapacitated or off-world or doing something or whatever, then that just leaves Blue and Yellow in charge of everything. And Blue's she doesn't really care about the whole gem world thing. She's more focused on mourning, which means Yellow Diamond has all the power, the military might, and...
That's why I would feel like that Blue and Pink Diamond were really close to each other. Because she seems to have a more sentimental thing going on. Like, she feels for others.
Yeah. Empathy. She has a lot of...
Yeah. I just feel like Pink Diamond might actually be, like, the one that was exploring, like, fusion and understanding the world rather than destroying it. And Blue Diamond would be the closest one to her. So that's how we know Blue Diamond. There's no way she could have killed her own sister. But Yellow Diamond, look at her. She's a crazy bitch.
She's power hungry. So you have Pink Diamond, who is the curious one. Blue, overly emotional. Yellow, possibly just power hungry. Maybe White Diamond's like kind of the figurehead. You know what? I also have
White Diamond is Luke Skywalker. She's hiding.
She's hiding on a Jedi temple. No, I also had this kind of idea that maybe Homeworld is her gem. Like the entire civilization of the gems is like carved out of her. That's just a theory. A game theory.
What if White Diamond is like ego?
The living planet?
Yeah.
What if the questions that'll never be
so
answered?
So many questions. Not enough episodes and bombs. Steven Bombs, give me more episodes. And more Lars and Sadie, please.
Oh yeah, you're not going to see them together for like another season.
The questions there. Sadie's going to be like, why are you pink? This is going to be a weird thing between Sadie and Lars. Wait, does that mean, is Lars immortal?
Maybe. Or maybe just has a longer
Will Lars live out Sadie?
He'll probably outlive her.
This is sad.
It is.
I'm sad. Will Lars and Lion like just live forever? They can be cool.
They could do a remake of the Thundercats.
That's funny. I'm sad now.
Oh. Well, don't worry. I'm sure Lars and Sadie will get back together. He'll be fine.
I want Lars to turn back human or something. Let there be like some magical weird shit happening where Lars just becomes human again and Sadie and Lars can just live a happy life.
No, I kind of like this because, you know, character progression, growth. Maybe they can overcome this one obstacle in their relationship.
This is sad. Sadie and Lars are just gonna live the same lives as, like, Connie and Steven. I can't handle this. My brain can't.
Yeah. Do you want to end the podcast on this existential dread?
Yeah. We're all getting sad here.
Yeah, we're all gonna die eventually.
No, stop saying that. Shush.
Yeah, but altogether, this was a good Steven bomb, in my opinion.
Yeah. I really liked Lars's white hair.
His pink hair?
White.
It's pink.
White.
It's pink.
Like pink cotton candy white.
Yeah, okay. Fair deal. Fair trade.
Yeah.
Compromise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If he turns back to human, I hope he sticks with that hair.
Oh, I'm sure he will. No, I don't think he's gonna turn human, though.
Shut up!
I think he's gonna stay this way.
Shut up!
Alright.
Stop ruining my life, Mom!
You're not my real mom. I'm my mom. But anyway, yeah, altogether, Steven Universe Wanted. It was pretty good. We'll have to endure this long hiatus for quite a while, but other than that, I'm fine with these episodes.
Rebecca, give me some sugar. Give me more episodes.
Alright guys, that's going to be it for the podcast today. If you enjoyed this, please leave a like and comment down below. You can also subscribe to our channel for more Spoilercast. Usually on this channel, we don't really talk about Steven Universe that much. We mostly talk about comics and TV shows and movies, like Wonder Woman, that's going to be coming out in the next few days, and by the time this comes out, it should be out. So you could subscribe for that. But yeah, I think that's going to be it for today. We'll see you guys next time. Have a good one.
Bye.
Peace.